The Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, has alleged that some staff of a bank defrauded the bank and its customers of 874 million within 3 days. Thank you very much for joining us. This is still Serious Matters on ONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abraham, and of course, we're looking at a very sensitive, also very sensitive and crucial matter here. How bank staff stole 874 million naira from the bank within 3 days. The agency said this on Wednesday when it presented witnesses in an ongoing fraud case. The suspect in the trial are Olusegun Babasola, Abisola Ahmed, Uchechukwu Umar, and Jude Afios, who are staffs of the bank. That is not mentioned yet. Now, they are being prosecuted for an alleged 874 million naira fraud before Justice Oluwatoyin Taiwo of the Special Offences Court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos. They allegedly played roles in the hacking of the bank's database and cloning of more than 22 ATM cards used to steal and divert to personal use about 874 million naira belonging to 5 corporate customers: American International Insurance Company Limited, that's AICO, InterSwitch, OVH Energy Marketing Limited, Bank Sinking Fund Accounts, and FSL Securities Limited. They pleaded not guilty to the charges. Well, they're not going to plead guilty anyway. Even if they meet to my head for your head, if they meet to my head for your hand, for inside this country, they still plead guilty. They will still plead guilty. It is very interesting, and it prompted the ongoing trial. I haven't pleaded not guilty. At Wednesday proceeding, Peter Ige, an information system auditor with the bank, narrated how his department had been called upon to investigate the fraud, led in evidences by the prosecuting counsel Nemeka Omewa. The witness identified the 4 staffs of the bank in the dock and gave details of the finding of the internal investigation carried out by his team. On 15th July 2019, as a system auditor, my team was called upon to look at an instance of ATM fraud reported to the internal audit and to investigate same. We observed that the accounts were linked to a set of ATM cards with their daily withdrawal limit increased from 150,000 to 150 million, he said. He further told the court that the permitted frequency of withdrawal was also increased, adding that this was very abnormal, and so it aided the commission of the fraud. Ige also stated that the investigation focused on the members of the staffs who had authorized privileges and login details to view the accounts of customers and also increase such frequencies and limits on withdrawal. Normally, there should be a request either from the customer or another department requesting the services. In this case, from our investigation conducted, there was no evidence provided by the defendants to go into these accounts, he said. He told the court that after the investigation by his department, an activity log was compiled which formed part of the internal investigation. The case was then adjourned till Thursday, March 3, 2022. And that's to show that even bank staffs we brought up one case like that here on Serious Matters, where we had a bank staff, taking money from people's accounts, and this one is even more interesting, because when you look at the amount that has been stolen within 3 days. But should we now blame these acts of these guys on the fact that most of these bank staffs are on contract and they are not well paid? I met a young man who told me, people think that because we work with a bank, we make a lot of money. He said to me, my salary is 40,000 naira. And I was wondering, oh, really? How come? And, yes, we stand to be corrected. But then, should we blame these acts? And, yes, I took it in that direction because, yes, it's possible for somebody to come and say that, oh, yes. But do you know that such excuses are not viable in the law court? They are not viable when you are faced with the law. Now, you know what the Bible even says? The Bible, the book of law says that if a thief is caught, he must be made to pay back. He must be punished. He must be made to, that's if a thief that stole to feed his hunger. Yes, you feel that the 40,000 naira you are being paid is not enough for you. Interestingly, you also have responsibilities, and you also feel that the bank is making so much from you. You are doing so much from the bank that is worth more than what you are getting. Then you now go ahead and commit an offense, or you commit a crime. Then he's saying that if such a person is caught, then the person is supposed to be made to face the wrath of the law, unless he is not caught. Because it's even not an excuse for you to steal. Well, this is still Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Please do drop your comments and make them simple and civil. Yes, we would bring updates on this particular matter, but it also sends a signal that you should all be very, very careful and sensitive, because there have been a lot of people who, some people have gone even to the length of committing crime or suicide because such an activity was being perpetrated on their accounts. And they have always said that insiders, and I think this should, to a very large extent, if taken to a logical conclusion, will curb this idea of, because if there is not an insider, I don't know, but